the 21st of May 2024, and it's been over about just maybe a week or just over a week since I last filmed. Kind of weird talking to a camera again, but basically, I've had no Wi-Fi since the last upload, and even before that. And yeah, so I'm in a different place now, in my grandma's house, because she's got Wi-Fi. And every time I just hear the door, I just feel like she's just there listening. Because thing is, no one knows, well, apart from my cousins and like a few of my friends, no one actually knows about my YouTube channel, and no one knows that man. I just casually speak to myself to a camera. I mean, if you really think about it, imagine someone just there, just listening to you, talking to yourself. It's weird, but at the same time, I realized that I actually have to talk to myself a lot because I am very lazy. I could make myself become very lazy if I wanted to. I'm really out here just like you can't do this because of X, Y, and Z. I'm really out here talking to myself. Maybe not at that, maybe not as loud as this, but I'm just like, nah, Miz, you can't do that. Why? Because if you do this, then this will happen, and then you won't get anything done. I'm really out here talking to myself like most of the time. I'm really in my head. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but I'm just really just fighting my laziness, I suppose. But yeah, the time is 7:50. I would have recorded earlier, but I just didn't want to. And then I was downstairs with my grandma. Do you know, my grandma just wants to know what I'm doing. And on one hand, I want to let her know. But on the other hand, it's just like, how do I explain that you can make money online to someone who doesn't have to do, who doesn't have to do that? Do you know what I mean? It's just long, man. I can't lie. And like I said, my family members don't even know about it. Or the older generation, let's say, they don't even know about this channel. And so my parents don't even know. So it's just like me, just like doing my thing. But I got into a call with someone who's trying to get like a work coach and slash a mentor. And I was just speaking to him, and I can't lie, it was just a very good conversation, you know. I just realized like, you know what, I just needed some words of encouragement, and I just needed to hear that, you know what, yeah, you're actually you're doing well in life, Miss. Even though you ain't got a job, you ain't not making no money, and your family's always like hounding you, like, oh, you need to get a job, you're doing this and that. It's like, you know what, yeah, I just needed to hear just like, you know what, even despite all of that, you ain't got no job, and this and that, still doing pretty well. And for someone at your age, you're doing very well from the majority of people. I think maybe just the South Asian thing, yeah, where it's just like you need everything right now, and just like, man, it's tough. Like, I haven't even got a job, and people are talking. Like, my family members are talking about marriage. They talk about me getting married. And I could talk about it another time, and then I have a whole other segment that I could say about marriage and how I've my mindset towards it and how I'm feeling about it. But I haven't got a job yet, and they're already talking about marriage. Obviously, like they want me to get a job and save up for a few years and talk about marriage. But that's a whole other discussion that I'll tell you guys about. But everything's just coming at me so fast and so quick, and I'm like, I haven't got time to just like, I guess, grab my bearings. If that's the one, if that's the way of saying it, I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, on one hand, it's great being ambitious, but on the other hand, it's just like, it's just constantly just like piling piles of pressure on top of you. On one hand, it's like it's calm, I don't mind it, but on the other hand, it's like it doesn't go the way you ever want it to go. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing ever goes my way. Like I'll tell you this story. Yeah, this happened today. I was at 3 a.m. Yeah, and my dad calls me. He's like, "I need you to pick me up." I was up by anyway because I was playing tahajjud. I was like, "Cool, whatever." I woke up around 2:30, so I was praying whatnot, praying my tahajjud, done, chilling. He calls me. He's like, "You're awake?" I'm like, "Yeah." I need to pick me up because his car breaks down every 5 seconds. You think, like, oh my, it's actually so annoying. Like, there's bipolar disorder, yeah, and there's girls who just have multiple personality disorder. And then you have this stupid car that breaks down every 5 seconds. It's worse than a girl breaking down every 5 seconds. This car breaks down every day for some stupid reason. So his car breaks down, finally gets fixed. It's probably gonna break down again. Watch, probably give it like another 2 days. It'll probably break down. But anyway, I leave the house. Oh, cool. I prayed, did what I had to do. I'm happy. I leave the house. Obviously, no one's awake. My sisters aren't awake. My mum's sleeping. My mum. Why did I say mums? Mum. My mum is sleeping. And then I leave the door. I leave the key outside. If you think you're stupid, trust me, you can't beat me. Or maybe you can. Let's have a face off when it comes to being stupid. But like I said, I left the key in the house, and it was maybe 2:30 at the time. I just let no. I was meant to be there for 3:20, 3:30. But Dad's calling me like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm coming, coming." I was like, maybe I could just get my mum's attention by calling her phone. Turns out her phone is downstairs. I could literally just see a ring outside the window. I'm like, great. I thought, let me maybe if I throw something at the window, I might be able to grab her attention. That didn't work. Then I just started banging on the door. That didn't wake them up. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, I tried one more time. Tried to call her. Maybe she might just listen. Didn't happen. Then I had to face up. I had to face up and just call my dad. Oh yeah, by the way, you've been waiting for half an hour. Yeah, you're gonna have to come down anyway because I need the key to get into the door so I can actually get into my car. He had the company car. He's a taxi man. He had the company car, so he had to drop the company car off. So he comes down. He's angry at me, but because he's tired, he didn't say too much. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not even that. Obviously, it's embarrassing. Don't get twisted. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, for once, I'm actually happy you're tired. So he didn't have to have a go at me. He had a go at me, but it wasn't that bad. And so if you think it's stupid, trust me, you probably won't beat that. Maybe you do, but if you do, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, so that happened at 3 a.m. And then my sister decides to wake me up at 8 o'clock and say, oh, by the way, you need to take me to the train station. So I've been tired for the whole day. And then I had this work coach thing where it's like they're trying to get you into a job, trying to improve your CV and whatnot, and mindset, da 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 da. So like they're like mentors, but they're mentoring you to get a job. And I actually appreciate it. I was there for like an hour and a half. I just went back and then I just fell asleep. I can't lie. But I really enjoy speaking to my mentor. Like maybe he is the mentor for me. Do you know what it is? Yeah, when you just speak to like an old geezer, he's an old geezer. That's no, he's not that old. He's quite stylish. Like, he has a nice little goatee. No, his name is P. I'm not gonna say his full name, but his name is P. And he's in his 60s and whatnot. So obviously he's a lot older than me. He's got a bit more wisdom, this, and that. And it's just nice speaking to someone who can just be like, open to. Like he ain't no family member. He doesn't know my family. I don't know his family, but just the fact that I was able to open up to him and just tell him like, this is what it really is. Yeah, I just want a basic ass job that allows me to buy enough equipment and just allows me to just pay for maybe the family's grocery shoppings and stuff, and then allows me to still post on YouTube. I can't really say that to my parents because they'll be like, you did a degree in economics and finance and then you did a master's in fintech and now you want to do YouTube. Yeah, I can't say that. Obviously, I need to grow my YouTube a little bit more to be able to be like, this is what I'm on, yeah. And I am growing it slowly but surely. But just to be able to just tell anybody straight, this is the vibe I'm on. I don't care about a London job. I could get that London job, but I don't want it. Why? Because I hate the London commute. And I told him, look, this is what I'm at. This is what I'm on. This is my plan. These are my dreams. These are my ambitions. And he was like, yeah, I respect it. And I recorded some of the what would you say? We had like a 1 hour discussion. I recorded half of it. But dumb me forgot to record my own voice.
But when I was like younger, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a sportsman or a musician, a rock musician, because they were the inspirations for my generation. Nowadays, this generation, your generation, or people just have many more many more people to inspire them. So something like this is amazing, absolutely amazing. And do you think there's a bigger market for this in your culture, your background? I think maybe that you see a lot of these out there at the moment, but it's all sort of indigenous. It's all white people, who do it, and maybe Asian people are sort of not connected enough that way. Whereas you might be doing something that other people haven't done, from your background, and so you have as yet a massively untapped market of people there. It's an amazing idea, Miza. I'm really sort of, I'm hoping, generally hope it comes off for you. I'm very jealous looking at you. I might have looked like that once upon a time. It was a long, long time ago. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not only that I had youth on my side. That's a very different thing, and maybe something to be aware of as you get older. That you can't just start this, and you've got to keep this up to maintain that busy. Yeah, yeah. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's that's great. I'm talking about sort of getting back onto the professional side of things, put me careers teacher's hat on. I would not discuss this with a job centre because they're obviously going to think, but unless you try, you'll never know, isn't it? That's the thing, though. It might be extraordinary, and it's going to take a lot of hard work. But unless you try, you'll never know. That's, I respect that. Absolute respect. You've got a body like that, and you've just finished the masters. You should be in the army, not me. So some of the transferables you've got, you'll use as examples what you're doing with YouTube. So you'll be talking about your organization, your ability to teach others. So these are not skills that you pick up in the financial sector. These are skills that you've got through life. And they're as much qualifications into certain areas, into certain roles than others. So a job like this would require somebody with a good maths score, somebody who likes numbers, but somebody who's can learn easily. You turn up with your master's degree, they're gonna crap themselves, to be honest with you. Look at what you've already achieved at 24. A master's, a degree, what you've done, you've achieved a lot. I let my best mate's Asian, he's a Sodi. Do you know Sodis? He's a Sodi. From Stevenage, Albert, it's Raj Singh, but he tells me the same. I met him playing cricket for Stevenage when I played cricket for Stevenage, I know all about that mentality with Asians, and that doctors or accountants, business leaders. It's anything less is not acceptable, and I had another Asian friend who I knew way before that. I'm trying to think, Stan, that was his name, Stan. He got a degree in psychology and ended up working in a petrol station, much to the disappointment of his parents, I remember. He said it was the best job I ever had, Paul. He says he loved working in a garage and meeting people. He said, but my parents were not happy. Yeah, I don't envy you having those sort of pressures put upon you as well, though. It's but then. Oh, that's even more. Yeah, I'm the eldest of four. Yeah, they have to. You've got to set the example, haven't you? Yeah, a lot of responsibility being the eldest. Even I know that. Yeah, you've got options, Mizzy. That's you've got options, and like I say, you're a well-educated young man, so you've got drive and ambition. So I wouldn't worry about your future if I was you. I would focus on what you're doing. I told you about that. That's not a good thing. You've got to go with the flow. You can tie yourself in knots. I get where you're coming from. It's like, you might feel like, well, I've got to do this now because, it's my image is important, and, my status within the family. I understand that, like I say, I've got some very, very good Asian friends. I've seen that firsthand. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your life. Finance assistant. So these are all assistants. They're great. But remember, you have a master's. You rock up to an interview or an application with your master's, they're going to run a mile from you. You're going to be more qualified than the people that, even the bosses of those places, are not going to have a master's. So you have to be very careful. Don't worry, I will talk about this as we go through the CV part. And I genuinely believe your best bet is to have 2 CVs. One of them, like I said, we're going to focus on those transferable skills, those things that make you a good employer in lots of different industries. You can apply to go and work in a shop. You can go and apply to work in a warehouse, or in a school as an assistant or somewhere like that. Just like you said, where you're getting some money coming in. I find it hard saying that, because you got a master's by the age of 24. You should be immensely proud of yourself, and you want to share that with people. But you will intimidate people. You will intimidate bosses, and you will intimidate supervisors and managers, because you will be far more qualified than they are. So you need to be very careful with that when it comes to your applications. I'm not saying don't apply for Tesco storeroom or for Sainsbury's till or whatever, stock stacking, shelf stacking and stock rotation. That's fine. Earns a few bob. You can fit hours around what you want to do. But at the end of the day, rocking up with your masters in your hand, they're going to run a mile. What do your folks think about your YouTubing? That's an interesting one. Okay. Oh, that's so Asian. Is that because you're scared in case they? Oh, bless you. Okay. That's what I love about the Asian culture is your respect for older people. I do enjoy it. I like that. As and I think that comes from you live that long, you've got to be respected. You don't get so much of that in the British culture, really. That would be an interest. I'd like to be there when you do tell them, or at least for you to. What are you going to do? Wait until it's very, very successful before you tell them, or... Remember, you're the one who's being inspirational, though. Okay, you know there'll be a time when you need to share your story because you know you've got focus, you've got a journey, and you know, what's the point in you doing it if you can't help others in that way, and you know getting them moving and motivated. So remember that. Remember that. There are times when you need to turn around and just pat yourself on the back.
As you can see, look at this weather. This is apparently meant to be May. What type of ugly May is this? Like, this is the most deadest May I have ever seen. Such an ugly May. Like, this is the UK, man. You get like 2 days of summer and then you get that. But anyway, I'm at my grandma's house and I can't lie. Obviously, there's good and bad to every situation. There's pros and cons. I guess the pro is that I get nice food. I get to see my grandma. I guess I don't know. I don't have to hear my sisters. I don't have to hear them. I don't have to hear them. I don't have to. They don't annoy me as much. But then I don't get to annoy them. So 50-50, I suppose. But I guess one of the biggest blessings that I've had with coming over pretty much every other day or every day is the fact that I get to pray in the mosque. It's just nice. I can't lie. But do you know what it is? Maybe this is just me. Maybe you guys have the same feeling to me as well. Same feeling as me. But sometimes I just like praying by myself. Do you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes you just need that alone time. Do you know what I mean when you're praying? Because I just like, for me, I like taking my time, and sometimes I take so long that people look at me like, why is this guy taking so long? Maybe this is just the feeling that I have, but I sometimes rush myself simply because of the fact that I feel like other people are looking, and I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you know, this guy's really like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like thinking it too much. But anyway, yeah, sometimes, yeah. So the mosque is near to me, so I go there, I pray and stuff. That's nice. And what else? And yeah, I think that's one of the blessings that I have. It's just like I come and work, and then when it's time to pray, I go and pray. But yeah, no, I just realized, yeah, I had like a week or maybe 2 weeks without internet. I just realized I've been wasting so much time. Like I waste a lot of time, like just on the internet, just frivolously. Like I used to come. What I used to do before, I used to come in for like an hour or two, and then I'd do whatever I need to do and go home, and I'd get a decent amount of stuff done. Obviously, I couldn't like go on YouTube and then scroll and stuff, but I just realized that I waste so much time on my phone. Like the average is like maybe an hour or so, or maybe an hour and a half, and most of it is just spent on the Quran app. But yeah, like I just waste so much time for no reason, and maybe what this has showed me is like I don't need to be online all day every day to be able to get stuff done, but at the same time, it's like I do miss online. I do miss what's going on. So it's just like, damn, I'm kind of addicted to the internet. I can't lie, but I don't know. It's just I'm kind of rambling on right now, but I'm gonna make a cut right now. But yeah, so okay, the time is just past 8 o'clock, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think Maghrib is in about an hour or so. I'll go gym after that. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I haven't done any Arabic studies, so I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me do some Arabic studies, and then at least I could say to myself, you've done some Arabic studies, and then that's a day complete. So let's do that right now. Thank you. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Time is about 1 o'clock right now, so it is a Wednesday, and just leaving my grandma's. I can't even see anything because of the light, but I need it because also you guys won't see me. But yeah, just leaving my grandma's house now. And you may be wondering, like, he said he was gonna learn some Arabic. Yeah, guess what? It didn't happen. I unfortunately wasted time. Do you know what it is? I was just scrolling through YouTube, and then I just go through my recommendations, and then yeah, I wasted 10-20 minutes, and by the time everything was loading, because internet's just really slow, you know, it was just like 15-20 minutes left. Then I had to go to the mosque and I prayed Maghrib over there. Then I went gym, so obviously you're gonna see some gym content. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, it's not like I'm proud to say that, but it's the truth. Do you know what I mean? I have to say it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna, inshallah, I can use my time a bit more effectively tomorrow. You know, but it's 1 o'clock. I need to wake up in about an hour and a half, pray my tahajjud, and then fajr's in what, half an hour after that. So it's just like, do you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know what I'll do. At least, I mean, if I'm going to do something, at least I'll plan my day out. I'll do that. But what's the point? I feel like what's the point of planning my day out? Even though I should and I will, it's just like there's so many things out of my control. It's just like, oh, my dad needs this car. Oh, my sister needs this. Needs this. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know. So that sometimes I just don't plan. I mean, I have a plan in my head, but it's just like, I can't lie. Nothing goes the way you want it to go, to be honest. But anyway, that's not exactly what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I said about before, with me forgetting my keys, my dad picking you up at 3 AM, all that stuff. I want to just talk about like all the that's BS right there. Let's be honest, yeah. Like on my part, but it just got me thinking. It's like, what BS will I be going through with like my in the future? You know, like I'm just gonna say what it is. Yes, my family are talking. Well, I guess my family in a way, but you know, the grandmas and the aunties, they're talking about me getting married and whatnot, so you know, the words are out there, you know, they're out there somewhere, and so you know, they're already thinking about it. So I guess I can have to think about it in a way, even though I still have a lot to learn, I still have a lot of things to do before I get to that stage. And it just got me thinking, like, what type of bull crap will I be like subjected to when I have my own family and my wife and whatnot, inshallah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, can I really get mad at them? Like, I did that. Like, that's just dumb. Let's be honest. I did everything right. I prayed tahajjud. I woke up, yeah. I wore like my nicest thobe, and I prayed whatnot, put perfume, smelled nice, you know, all that good stuff, yeah. I did everything. I left the key. Like, can I really get mad at my wife for something dumb like that when I did something probably more stupid at 3 in the morning? Like, imagine my son did something like that. It's like, I can't get mad at him. I can't. I just have to laugh, because like, that's exactly what I did, bro. Maybe I won't say it to him. I mean, I guess if he watches this, then he will know. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, the amount of crap that I'm gonna have to be subjected to is like, it's a test of patience. And I'm just like thinking, with the wishes and the duas that I make and the things that I want, is like, yes, I'll get it, because why not, right? It's easy for him to give it to you, to give it to me. But I guess he's taking me on this long-winded, frustrating, long-ass journey to teach me patience, because I'm a patient person, but I know I can improve that patience by a factor of 100. Let's be honest. I feel like everyone can improve their patience, but like I said, for me, it's like, if I want to achieve these extraordinary things, and I'm putting in the work and I'm putting in the sacrifice, of course there's time management as well, but at the same time, a lot of things, let's be honest, does not go the way we want it to go. You know, for example, the internet just randomly breaking up on you. It's like, why? It's working, and all of a sudden nothing loads. So what the hell, bro? Do you know what I mean? And so, I mean, there's a patience in that. And then imagine if you do have a business and, you know, nothing's going your way, and obviously I guess it's kind of with my YouTube in a way, it's going my way, but it's just really slow. So there's a patience in that. And then when everything is going well, there's a patience in that, where you don't want to go too overexcited. And then there's a patience where, just say if you do fall on hard times, there's always a level of patience that you gotta have. And obviously this is building my patience, and I do lose it sometimes, but I immediately just be like, I just have to shut myself up. I have to shut my mouth, honestly, or I just have to walk away. I have to do something. Like for me, what I do, yeah, I just do istighfar. I can't lie. It just helps me out. For me, it's like, instead of me saying something dumb, I just say astaghfirullah, and it just helps me out. But like I was saying, it's like this long-winded journey to get what I want, to get these du'as that I have and these hopes and dreams, all sorts. Yeah, man, this is it's such a brutal journey. I mean, and the thing is, yeah, this is just the beginning. Imagine what happens when I do get what I want. That's the whole test in itself. And so it's just a long ass test. I can't lie. On one hand, it's like, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is I'm not mad at it. It's just, it is what it is type situation. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is type stuff. And so I ain't mad at it. It's just like, man, this is long. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, all these things, it's just a lesson. It's just a lesson. Like, I've got to take it in to the best of my abilities and to be able to, I don't know, dissect, decipher, and just be like, you know what? There has to be something that I could learn from this situation. And so that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying my best. And it's hard, but I got to do it. And yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I just have to be patient. And even when I think I'm patient enough, guess what? I have to be even more patient. And when I think I've reached the level of patience that I need to achieve, guess what? I need to be even more patient. So at the end of the day, even when you think you're being patient enough, guess what? You need to be even more patient. And that's the hardest part, because you really want to break. Like, you so want to say something, but you just know you can't. And that's the hardest part. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Sometimes you just have to shut your mouth. Sometimes you just have to smile and just take it for what it is. Take it on the chin. And that's hard. But there's always the great lesson in it. And it makes you more resilient. It makes you more disciplined. And at the end of the day, who wouldn't want those kind of qualities and those kind of traits when it matters the most? Like I said, this is just the beginning now. Where if I get all these things, then I get even more than what I asked for. You know, that's a responsibility of me to take care of those and upkeep those blessings. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is just what I say is, this is me in my hyperbolic chamber right now, going through that hard, like 10 G's of gravity, and just like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in it, and it's just gonna get harder from here. But alhamdulillah, that's all I can say. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, man.